Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. All right, these are our coin and money type problems. We're going to define two variables. We're going to write our system of equations, and we're going to solve them. You must define two variables, guys. That's very important. Don't get lazy. Don't skimp out on that. You can do this. Okay. All right. Vinny's got a pocket full of cash.
Rich man.
Rich man.
He's an accountant in Milwaukee.
He is an accountant in Milwaukee. The trick is that he only has $5 bills and $20 bills. That's it. Okay? We know that he has a total of 29 bills, and the value of those bills is $310. Okay? How many $5 bills and how many $20 bills exactly does Vinny have? Okay? What do you think, Al?
Well, first, can I say the first question?
Yeah, no, let's set up our variables first.
All right. Well, I don't really know.
Use X and Y. If you don't know,
Oh, okay. X
we used X and Y last break. So what does X stand for?
$5 bills.
What about them?
How many? The quantity.
Right. How many? Very good. I'm going to write number of fives. Let's keep it short, guys. We don't have to write a book when we're defining our variables. What does Y stand for then, Al?
Number of 20s.
Yeah, number of 20s. Because all he has is 5s and 20s. So X is going to be 5s, Y is going to be 20s. Last period, they wanted to use F and T for 5s and 20s.
Yeah.
You can do that if you want, F and T.
Pretty fun.
Okay, now, one equation is real easy to write. Read it again, and Olson's going to count to 10 and then give us the equation. So the easy equation.
Oh yeah.
All right. 5x plus 20y equals 29.
No. Totally wrong. Not even close. Actually, you combine the two. He has 29 bills. How many 5s does he have?
X.
How many Y's does he have? How many 20s does he have?
Y.
So what's the easy equation?
X plus y equals 29.
All right. There's the easy equation. The sum of all his bills is 29. Because we know he had 29 bills. You were combining the hard equation, Olson, with what you said at the beginning, but it has to do with that $310. Now, since you already know this, I'm going to ask you this. How much is a $5 bill worth? How much is a $20 bill worth? Okay. What if you had two $5 bills? $10. What if you had 7 $5 bills? What are you doing with the number of $5 bills and 5? What if you have X $5 bills?
5x.
Jot this down, guys. There's the value of all his $5 bills. 5 times how many $5 bills he has, which we know to be X. Plus,
We need a calculator for this.
20,
yes,
21.
why 20Y?
It's $20.
For each.
Value.
Don't say if you know the right side yet. You're going to get there. That's the value of all his $20 bills. 20 times Y. If I add those two things together, that will be the value of all his money, which we already know.
Oh, we don't know the
$310.
value of all the money.
They have to give you some kind of information to write an equation, Cubon.
Oh yeah.
In your homework, you're going to see there's a couple curveballs thrown at you. You'll get it, though. There's our equation. They're both in standard form. Multiply the top one by
-5.
-5. Throw it underneath the bottom one. Do these problems have to work out evenly?
No.
Can you have half of a $20 bill?
-145.
Can you have half of a $5 bill? No.
-145.
Oh, negative. -145. I got it when I wrote the number down. I wrote the number down when I added them together. Okay. So back to my question, guys. Do these problems have to work out evenly? Yes or no?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well, no, they don't.
Can they work out to be a negative value?
No.
No. You cannot have a negative amount of $5 bills. You cannot have half of a $5 bill.
Oh,
They work out
It
evenly.
can't be
Oh,
negative.
okay, yeah.
15y
Everyone's
equals,
thinking like 625.
no, the x and the y.
Yeah.
That's divided by 15. Anybody else get y equals 11? So he's got 11 20s. Or $20 bills. We're going to go x plus 11 equals 29. This equation's
These are
definitely
easy.
x equals, is that 18? He's got 18 fives. Okay. Last period wanted to argue with me and say there's lots of different answers to this problem. I can come up with $310 in 5s and 20s lots of different ways.
Yeah, you go.
That's the only answer.
Well, yeah, because he only has a certain amount of 5s and 20s.
Because how many?
He only has 29
Yeah, but if
bills.
there were
If
numbers-
it didn't say, if it didn't
Right.
say Vinny,
This is the only answer where it's 29 bills
Yeah.
and $310.
oh yeah.
Oh.
That's where they were getting
So
confused.
if there were only 29 bills and or there was $310, but it didn't say an amount of bills.
There's multiple
Yeah.
answers.
Or if it said like
Good,
29
that's a good way to say it.
bills.
How would you solve that if it didn't say how many bills?
How would you solve it if what?
If it didn't say how many bills.
Right. Well, I think it would be a guess and check problem.
Yeah, you just say, oh, it could be this, it could be that.
Right. Right. There's a lot of different answers, but this is the only answer for this problem. For this, where there's 29 bills and $310. Hey, check it. Do we have 29 bills?
Yeah.
Okay. If you have 18 fives, how much money you got?
18 times 5.
$90.
$90. Okay. What if you have 11 20s in your pocket?
210.
220.
I think it's $220. Okay. Add the money together. $310. So this is the only solution where there's 29 bills that add up to $310 with only 5s and 20s. So it works for a certain amount of bills. It also works for coins. All right, a piggy bank. Anybody still got a piggy bank from when they were kids? Nice. Okay. Piggy bank has 51 coins in it, all either quarters or dimes. So that means there's no pennies, no nickels in there, just quarters and dimes. The total value of these 51 coins is $10.20. Okay? Find out how many quarters and how many dimes are in a piggy bank. Real similar to the money problem. Let's go. What's a good variable, guys, for quarters?
Q.
Q. You don't have to. So Q equals number of quarters,
I wrote it.
and D equals number of dimes. Briggs, what's the first easy equation?
Q plus D.
Q plus D. We know he has 51 coins. Now, let's talk about the second equation. Madeline B, how much is a quarter worth? 25 cents. How much is a dime worth? 10 cents. Can anybody write the second equation? Henry, what do you think?
25Q plus 10D equals
Point 25.
Oh, you gotta use a decimal.
Point 25.
Oh, yeah.
0.25Q plus 0.10D equals
Right.
1020.
2-0.
Hey, last period was able to write that equation without any decimal points. What did they write?
Oh, they moved
25Q plus 10D
And then
equals.
can you
Oh,
divide it
1020.
at the end?
Right. No, you don't have to divide it. 'Cause you want to eliminate your decimals. Okay? So, we're going to multiply the bottom equation by, what number are we multiplying by if we,
100.
100?
Oh, yeah.
Because we're moving it twice. If you move it once, so we're going to multiply 25Q plus 10D equals 1,020. Okay? Be careful doing that. Okay? Not too bad. What are we going to multiply the top equation by?
Negative 10.
I think negative 10. Negative 10Q minus 10D equals negative 510. I did that without a calculator. Okay? We're going to eliminate our D's when we add our two equations together. I think that's 15Q equals, just a coincidence, guys. Just a coincidence that that 1020 was two 510s. So when you subtract it, you still get 510. That doesn't happen all the time. Don't think that happens all the time. Please, please, please.
I'm guessing 19.
Somebody divide 510 by 15.
34.
How many?
34.
34. Thank you. So that means he has 34 quarters. Can coin problems work out to a fraction or a decimal?
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, because you
Can
can't
you have a third of a quarter?
No.
No. You cannot have half of a dime.
But you could.
Yeah, you can.
It's a nickel.
You could.
Yeah, it is.
Actually, you
You can't. Don't say that.
can like break it.
What's wrong with you?
Ha! You can give it to the bank out of $2. Or quarters. Or Two nickels. Give them a dime.
I know, we only have dimes. All right, so let's do this. Let's do
Actually,
34 plus D equals 51. How many dimes did we end up with?
17.
17 dimes. Okay. Do we have 51 coins here?
Yeah, we do.
17 plus 34, so we do 17 dimes is how much money?
170. Oh,
$1.70.
well, that was 70 cents.
$1.70. If you, this is a tough one. You might need your calculator. If you have 34 quarters, how much money do you got? Somebody multiply it out. 34 times 0.25.
8.5.
850. Okay. Leave that 850 on your screen, Nico, and hit a add a $1.70 to it. 1020. It works out. So check. Maybe not on your homework, guys. You don't have to check every one. You should. Please, please, please. On tests and quizzes, check your work by doing it. It took us 10 seconds to check it. Make sure it works out. So I catch my mistakes that way sometimes. All right, last situation. You guys have seen these before. Movie tickets cost $12.50 for adults and $8 for children. On one night, the movie theater collected $382.50 and had 36 people attend. Well, how many adults and how many children were there? A and C. Adult, number of adults, number of children. You don't have to use those variables. That's right. That's what I do. C is number of children. Okay? What are the equations?
Oh, I got it.
Czupinski, write one equation.
A plus C equals
Perfect. We know 36 people attended. A plus C equals 36.
Oh, I got the next one.
Okay, now let's talk about the money. Try to write the money equation. It's all about the money. Nico?
I got 12.50 A plus 8C equals 382.50.
Very good. 1250 A plus 8C equals 382.50.
Or you just don't do the decimals sometimes.
You could, well, you just make sure you move that decimals over on the 8 to 800. Okay, I wouldn't do it that way because look, the setup. We can deal with decimals because we got our calculators. Let's just multiply the top one by -8.
Oh yeah.
That'd be the easiest route. Because we got 8C here, recognize that if you multiply your top equation by -8, the C's will eliminate. -8A minus 8C equals, somebody type in 36 times -8.
Negative 288.
Negative what?
288.
Nice. And if you have -288 on your screen, leave it and just hit plus 382.50 and you will have the correct number that goes down here on the right side, which we know to be, I think it's 94.50. Eliminate, I think this is 450A. You can totally do your equation with decimals. You got your calculator. Okay? Divide by 4.5. Do these problems have to work out evenly?
It's 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can half of an adult show up to a movie?
Yeah.
That'd be weird if it did.
It's 21.
So what was it, Henry?
21.
21 adults. Since we know 36 people total, what would you add to 21 to make 36?
15.
Thank you. So 15 children,
It's not a big turnout.
not a big turnout. 21 adults.
Yep.
Okay. Check it. 36 people. We know that. You'd have to do 15 times 8. Write that number down. 21 times 1250. Write that number down. Add them together, and it better make 382.50. Okay.
$400.
All right. Hold on. Last thing. Just on the corner, kids. What if it said something like this? Here's the curveball. I'm gonna give you last period. They did not want to think. They wanted me to tell them how to do everything. I'm gonna come up.
That last
Ah. Rocco has.
Should we write this?
Yeah, write it. Rocco has twice as many dimes as quarters.
That's easy.
Okay? Let's say that was one of the equations. And it wasn't as simple as the sum of them is 51. What's that equation?
first one?
No, there's only one. That's just one sentence in there. And let's use D and Q. D is dimes, Q is quarters.
Really? Oh, easy.
What's the equation, Cuban?
2D plus Q equals.
Definitely not.
No,
The equation comes in there.
2Q.
.20
Nope, doesn't have anything to do with the value of them.
2Q equals
or R equals
2Q equals
D.
D.
what?
There's the second equation, or the first
Oh, I
equation.
thought it said
Because-
as many dimes as quarters.
Right, so he has twice as much. You have to do something to make him equal. Let me say that and this is the way guys I always did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Listen. He has twice as many dimes as quarters. So he's got, the dimes are up here, quarters are down here. It's twice as many. What do you do to the quarters to make them equal?
Yeah, but why do you need to make them
Multiply.
equal?
Because, great question. Why do we have to make them equal?
To find out.
Because then if you know
Find
solution.
another equation. This will be one of the equations. It might say
Oh,
something
so
else.
there'd be another sentence saying.
Right, that's not the problem. That's just one sentence. There's a sentence like in your homework. Well, guys, use your hands. What would you do to make them equal? You have to double your quarters to make them equal to dimes. Because you have twice as many dimes as quarters.
So
That make sense?
Q equal 1/2 D.
You could do Q equals a half D.
What if it was like every 3 quarters?
And then it would be like he has 3 times as many quarters as dimes. So you would triple the dimes to make them equal to quarters.